Diane Murray at Southern Art Gallery, and as part of our ongoing color theory classes we have here on YouTube, we are going to start looking at individual pigments and what I consider to be the most valuable, essential pigments that a watercolorist can have. And the first pigment we will look at is PB29, and today we're going to be looking at ultramarine blue. Ultramarine blue is one of these colors that's consistent among all different brands pretty much. I've got 3 different brands here. Well, actually, this is Maymarie blue, this is Maymarie blue, and this is Sennelier's French ultramarine. I can show you right here. And this is Maymarie's light ultramarine, and this is Maymarie's dark ultramarine. And as you can see, there's not a lot of difference in any of the mixtures of this color. This is one of those incredibly consistent colors. So any brand of paint that you buy is probably going to have a good ultramarine. Now, some ultramarines are considered warmer or cooler based on the company that makes them. If they lean more toward red, they're going to be considered warmer. And if they lean more toward green, they're going to be considered cooler. But generally, although there is some disagreement, I think the general consensus is that ultramarine is a warm blue. The reason that ultramarine is so incredibly popular, I think, other than that it's a great mixing color, is that it's very high in granulation. And what that means is you'll see that it as you put water down, it separates into this beautiful granulating texture that is just beautiful. And if you mix it with other colors, you're still going to get that granulation. So that makes ultramarine a wonderful mixing color. So we'll just mix some colors here so I can show you. This is lemon yellow. And if you mix lemon yellow and ultramarine, you get a very nice green. Now, lemon yellow is a cool yellow. And when you mix that with the warm ultramarine, you get this beautiful green. Now, if you take a warm yellow, like nickel azo, and you mix it with the ultramarine, you can see you get a more earthy green. So you can actually, if you have ultramarine on your palette and several yellows, you can get a full range of different greens. And that's what makes ultramarine such a great color. If you take ultramarine and you mix it with your reds, let's try Pyro Red, which is a really warm red. So if you mix ultramarine and a warm red, you're going to get a nice reddish kind of muted purple. And if you take a pinker, cooler red, like quinacridone magenta, you will get gorgeous, gorgeous violets. You can see how pretty that mixture is. It's just a gorgeous mixture. So ultramarine is a wonderful just mixing versatile color to have on your palette. And I think that's why so many artists have ultramarine on their palette. Another thing you can make with ultramarine, which is just really valuable, is gorgeous darks and grays. And if you mix them with, if you mix it with burnt sienna, you'll see you can get a full range of gorgeous browns and blacks and grays, depending on how much you wash it out. And how much, if you add more of the blue to it, you're going to get a grayer, more of a gray. And this is actually has a name. It's called Jane's Gray, after Jane Blundell, who's an Australian artist who made this mixture famous. And then if you add more of the burnt sienna, you end up with a nice brown. You can get a different range of browns, as you can see from here. So ultramarine, see, now you can start to see the granulation. I probably should add, I don't think I had enough red here to really let you see what happens with the red. There we go. When you mix it, it's just gorgeous. There's the granulation. This is what makes ultramarine such a fabulous color. If you can see, we'll see it, the more it dries, the more you'll see it granulating. But it is truly a magnificent, magnificent pigment. And now you can mix ultramarine with some other mixtures that will produce different effects. Like this is Indian yellow. So if you mix ultramarine and Indian yellow, you get these really earthy greens, which are really nice, like an olive green. If you mix it with quinacridone gold, well, okay, I had gold on my brush, but you'll get some really vivid, beautiful, gorgeous greens. They're like a forest green. And since it is a single pigment color, you get the most vivid, clear, beautiful mixes. Of all the paints, probably ultramarine is probably my very favorite mixing paint. Let's see what happens if you mix it with turquoise. You just get a different variation in blue. You can get a whole range of blues with ultramarine by doing this also. So there you have it. There's ultramarine. It's a wonderful pigment, and if it would probably be my recommendation as the first pigment that you purchase if you're new to watercolor, because it's probably the most practical, versatile pigment that exists today. So I hope you found this helpful, and please give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and we will go through a new color each week and see if we can help you limit your palette with the most functional color pigments that we can come up with. And thank you for watching.